Hey, what's going on? I am V. Welcome back to my channel, V, Love, and Crystals. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading on how to get over your loss. This is a suggestion from Marco Ito, who's been on my channels for many years, since I think 2018. So 2 years. It seems like such a long time that we've known each other. We go way back. So I'm so very happy to get to a reading for you, my friends, and we're going to have 3 piles here for you. So if you're new, please subscribe. If not, thank you for returning. And shout outs and love to Marco Ito. I'm so sorry again for your loss. Hopefully we can provide some answers in each of these piles to help you get over and mend your heart a little bit. So in the first position, we have this red heart. Second position, we have this pink heart. And third position, we have this white heart. All right, let's go for it. If you're new, let's breathe in together. But I like to do this to clear our minds and just to relax ourselves. So I'm going to count down from 5 to 1, and then we can take a deep breath in. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in. Breath out. Okay. Yes, I always feel good. I'm listening to some good music too. Alright, so pile 1, you're first. Alright, pile number 1, what did you choose? Let's see. So, let me know how you're doing this winter season. Let me know what's new. And, yeah, how you hanging in there with this what's happening around the world, and then cold temps. And let me know how your holidays are hanging in there too. Okay, pile number 1, how do you get over a loss? How do you get over a loss, pile number 1? Okay, so we have strategy here, my friend. Strategy is present. Hold on, I want to put another card. Strategy to me, this is like you keeping your mind active. You keeping your mind very, very busy and occupied. Yes. Distraction, a distraction. And then we have needing approval. So, distraction, not stuffing away your feelings. Obviously, you don't want to, forget how you're feeling, but you also want to, make things easier for yourself. So, feel your feelings, cry it out, write it out in a journal, talk about it with someone you feel comfortable with. But then it's saying to also find a hobby or find something that takes your attention away and makes you happy. What makes you happy? Is it a job? Is it a hobby? Is it like your favorite show? What can you safely indulge in that won't cause harm to yourself or to others? Whether it's like making cookies like crazy and then giving them to your family, to see them enjoy it, or you browsing the stores, not having to buy anything, but just browsing and being about. That also can be therapy to the soul. You listening to your high vibrational music day in, day out. You meditating. You safely indulging into something. That's a way of therapy, and it's a distraction for yourself as well. And I'm looking at the snow right now, so I'm getting like different messages as well to help me with this card. It's flurrying here, so I'm getting like releasing and purging as well. Like the clouds are releasing right now. It's snowing. And then we have needing approval. So this can be you, needing someone to count on, like a shoulder, like someone encouraging you, like someone to comfort you. He's like looking for someone to pay attention to him. So, you finding that comfort, that security, that, what's it called? That warmth from someone who's not going to judge you or not going to, try to distract you from what you're feeling, like, okay, let's not think about that, blah, blah, blah. And then they change your mind, or they change the direction of your conversation, and then you never really get to say what's on your heart. So you needing to, connect with someone who lets you speak, lets you cry it out, having that warm embrace of a hug, needing affection, needing Yeah, look, this says approval. So you're needing somebody to, say, you know what, it's going to be all right. Time will heal eventually. You just have to hang in there and find a hobby, find something that makes you so, so passionate, that makes your heart pitter patter, that gives you a reason to wake up in the morning. And also thinking about your loved one that you lost can help you. What would they want for you? What can you do to make them happy? If they were still here, they would love to see you happy. What would make them happy, which in return would make you happy? So let me pull my, it's snowing right now, so I got the perfect deck for this. My Winter's Embrace, and it's mixed in with my Eye Candy Oracle. These are for sale if you're looking for any decks this season. Let's figure out another message to go with this right here. Pile number 1. How to get over your loss. Whether they're passing, they have passed, or you guys just parted ways. Yeah, see, feeling your emotions, not stuffing them away, you feeling them. If you go through the roller coaster of a ride, of you feeling sad, remembering everything, and then feeling angry because they're no longer here, or feeling angry that you're still feeling this way. Whatever it is that you're feeling, just go through it. Don't stuff it away. Emotions, yes. Maybe you're needing a shoulder. You need to cry on someone's shoulder. If you can find a therapist or somebody who can let you talk and talk and talk for hours without interruptions, freaking do that. Do that. Oh, man. Imagine being able to talk and nobody, interjecting or belittling you or judging you. Just like a journal. I write everything in my journal and I feel so good. I feel like, oh my gosh, I got all my problems with no interruptions, no journaling. And then manifestation is here as well. So that's telling me that it's all in your power. This is all you're doing. You can make this happen. You can get over this loss. It's all in your hands. What are you willing to do to help yourself get through this? You can easily pull yourself and make yourself feel good by diving into the things that you're so, so eager to create or add your own energy to, whether you're making a batch of cookies or you're volunteering, maybe you do some volunteer work. That always helps. That puts your heart in the right place, in the right space. You caring for others. What do you want to be left? What legacy do you want to leave for your generation, or for the people who are younger than you? What would you like to be known for? Work on that. Work on your bucket list. Work on something something that you can just say, man, I accomplished this. This makes me feel good. The person I lost, she or he would be so happy to know that I did this, So totally put that optimistic spin on things. Feel your feelings, go through it, find ways to make yourself happy in the same token after you cried it all out, because you want to have a nice balance of sadness with happiness, Through pain comes power. Manifestation, and exactly what that is, power. It's all in your hands. See how the cat is holding he's holding mice in his mouth. He's like, I've got this. I'm control. It's under my control. It's all in my hands. Alright, so that's what I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you for being here. Let me know if this resonates. If not, it's not your story. But don't worry, we have other piles and other awesome tarot readers, and I have other videos on my channel as well. So thank you so much, Red Heart. Let me know that you chose this pile. Alright, pile number 2, you chose the pink pile. What's up, pink pile? Ooh! Number 2, how can you recover or get over a loss? How do you deal with losing somebody? Whether they passed away or they're currently, feeling ill and you don't feel like they have a long time on this planet, in this dimension. You can, or it's someone that, you had to part ways with because, maybe the relationship was just not complimentary and it's just not working. What can you do to make things easier? Let's figure it out. Pile number 2. How do you deal with loss, pile number 2? What do you need to know about how you can deal with loss? What you need to know about how you can deal with loss, pile number 2? What you need to know on how to deal with loss? All right, we have... Oh. Okay, we have leading the way and boundaries. Okay. So, for you, pile number 2, this is exactly what I was saying to pile 1. You having control in your hands. You magician, you manifester, you. It's all in what you're able and capable of doing. So if you're able to get yourself out of bed, take advantage of that energy. It's all up to you. If you can get yourself out of the barn house, out of the stables, what will you accomplish that day? So this is you all in your strength, all in your power, pile number 2. You leading the way. You listening with your intuition as well. So if you're needing to, have a change of scenery, maybe you staying home all the time is making you depressed, so that's making you think of your loss and the person that that left your life or that you had to say goodbye to. Whether they're still living, but you just had to break apart or whatever. This is saying this is you. You have to follow your intuition. If you feel that you need to break away from this person, whether they're in your memories a lot and you're feeling that weight in your heart, maybe it's saying to feel your emotions. Like I said with pile 1, how much time do you need to recover and mend your heart? How much time? It's saying take all the time that you need. But then in the same token, it's saying find a healthy balance for yourself. Because if you stay, let's say you're staying indoors a lot and you're really, really sad, that can put you in a deeper, deeper depression. So find a middle ground where you're dealing with your emotions at home, and then you go outside and you get fresh air and you distract yourself a little bit. Find things to be happy about, like the birds chirping or the water running, the babbling brook. Or if it's too cold, you crunching on the snow. Whatever time or whatever season you're in, if you're crunching on leaves, it's saying to distract your minds and do something outdoors or just out of your comfort zone or out of the box. I think that's going to be a good way to get over loss, is by you finding a good middle ground. If you're home and you're always thinking about this person, then you're feeling sad. Hey, go through your emotions, but then also try to get yourself out of the house and distract your mind a little bit too. Or find something like that's worth your time, like whether it's a craft or project, reading a book, writing a book, creating something, whether it's with your hands, you manifestor, you magician, you. I do feel that this leading the way, that's you, that you're in control. So you can pull yourself out of this. It's just a matter of how much strength you have right now and what you're willing to do. You have to bring yourself to the water to drink it. Nobody can make you come to the water but yourself. You know that analogy? You can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. So you can bring the horse, you can bring him out of you can bring him out of the home, but you can't bring him out of his depression. You can't bring him out of his emotions, So what are you capable of doing? And just think of the person you lost. They would love to see you happy and thriving. What would they like to see you doing? That's how you can incorporate them into your heart, into your plans, into your everyday life. Pile number 2. How do you get over a loss? Pile number 2. Pile number 2. How do you get over a loss? Pile number 2. This is my Winter's Embrace Oracle. If you're interested, my link is in my Etsy shop. Okay, this is my Eye Candy Oracle. Let's see. Okay, so you wrapping yourself up in richness. This is you finding those things that make you feel good, You finding... This richness card is saying, what is good for your soul? What is going to enrich your life? Positive people, positive music, positive environment, positive mindset. You doing what's good for your soul. So if you know that you're always depressed at home, it's saying do the opposite. Go outside and have a change of scenery, change of thoughts, change of pace, And then we have nourishment. By you nourishing your body, nourishing your mind, nourishing your spirit as well, How can we do that? You meditating, you sitting by yourself with your thoughts and just breathing them out, practicing on your breath, paying attention to your breath. You listening to high vibrational music, you doing yoga if you need to, you listening to the water in nature if you need to. I know listening to water always refuels me. It brings me, I feel like there's just something magical about listening to water or being by a body of water. Tapping into spirituality. If you're faithful, if you have faith, you praying. If you are into meditation, then you meditate. Whatever you feel is comfortable for your spirit. If that's nothing at all, then do nothing at all. It's all up to you. You lead the way. Listen to your own body, your own intuition, your own heart, your own spirit. Nourish your body so that you can get through this, so you can heal your heart. That's what I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you for being here. I give you so much love, and I'm so sorry for your loss. I know that time will heal, time will tell, time will give you more clarity, more strength in due time. Pile number 3, you have the White Heart. Hello, White Heart. Thank you for your time. Alright, so what can we answer? What can we do for you, pile number 3? How can we deal with loss? I'm so sorry for your loss, whether they have passed away or you had to say goodbye to them. They're still here, but you had to part ways. Maybe you guys weren't vibing anymore. Or maybe someone is ill in your family and you suspect that something is, something's going to happen with them. So let's figure out how we can help you with this, okay? Pile number 3, much love to you and your family. Pile number 3, how can you deal with the loss? Pile number 3. Number 3, we have... Alright, let's figure this out. For pile number 3, we have the Bat Spirits. And then we have Hawk Spirit. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, Bat Spirit and Hawk Spirit. Our rebirth is assured. Okay, so pile number 3, how can we get rid of loss? Or the feeling of loss, or how can we cope with it? This is you needing to go through a change. You need to have an awakening, or you accepting your awakening, accepting something. Maybe you're not accepting that this person is gone. Maybe you're in denial. Sometimes that happens where you're like, no, I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. And then it's hard to process. So I feel that we have to let our what's it called? We have to accept that this is, we have rebirth here. So from death we have life, and then we have death, and then we have life. So I think you need to accept that this happens. This is part of the life cycle, the circle of life. So we have to once we acknowledge that and embrace that, it makes it easier for us to move on with our lives, or for us to breathe a little bit. So I think acceptance is definitely necessary in this pile. We don't want to believe that it's true, and so it's kind of hindering us. It's kind of putting a blinder over our eyes, and we're disabled. We're not able to move. We're not able to think right. We're stuck. We're in pain. We're not healing. So once you start opening your mind and embracing what happens, and you're going through your emotions, you're crying it out, screaming it out, whatever you need to do, it's going to help you so much. Like, okay, I'm going to give you an example. I was watching a show, and this one lady lost her baby. And she didn't want to believe it. She was like, nope, I'm not believing it. I'm not believing it. And so she went into shock. She didn't speak. It was a show. But stuff like this happens all the time, though. She was in shock. She didn't speak to anybody for, 2 or 3 weeks. And she just couldn't believe it. And then her mind started tricking her. Her mind started, she started believing that her baby was still alive. And when they wouldn't bring her baby, she just shut down, like I said. So finally, it took somebody playing a song to remind her of what happened. And then at that point, she totally woke up. She accepted what happened. She was angry. She cried. She mourned it. She got over it. She healed. And it's not easy. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's necessary in order for you to move on with your life and find happiness, find the silver lining, to find the reason to live, you know? And so I feel that's part of the process, is you knowing what happened and you dealing with it and you crying it out, screaming it out, talking about your emotions, and you healing, allowing yourself to heal, to hurt, feel, and heal. And then we have, let spirit be your guide. So this is, oh, look at that. 5 and then 3 plus 2 is 5. So this is saying, you are guarded, you are guided. Trust the path. Trust the intuition. Trust your feelings. Let your feelings take you to where you need to be so that you can heal yourself. Hawk spirit. You are your own guide. Let your spirit do the talking. Let it navigate you. Direct you. Humble heart. This is saying you be quiet. You letting your spirit guide you, like I said. Okay. You being quiet, just like the bat. They're very quiet. They listen. They listen. They listen. They're in their senses. They can sense, the echolocation. They're like very, very sensitive. Their senses are very sensitive. They can very easily pick up on those echolocation sounds, right? And because they're in tunes with themselves, they're in tune. So you listening to your body. If you're feeling sad, feel sad. Okay. And humble. This is you being still, not fighting against yourself, not fighting against your emotions, not fighting against what happened. You just embracing it. And then we have stay grounded here. And then we have, what's the next one? Take a leap of faith. So the stay grounded is, another way of saying center yourself. Feel your feelings. Deal with it. Deal, feel, heal. Feel it. Feel it. Deal. Go through your emotions. Go through your pain. Don't be in denial. It's not, after a while, the denial just dissipates, right? But then you become angry. And then you're like left dumbfounded. Like, what? What? Oh my God. And then it's just going to be so hard for you to process even more. So start really accepting what happened. And that maybe it was something that needed to happen. I don't know, for whatever reason, whether you had to say goodbye to a lover who was not serving you anymore, or a friend and you had to say goodbye, you can't be friends anymore. Maybe it's something that you guys need to go through. But if it's something that, if it's you losing a person and they're no longer here physically, I'm not saying to believe that it happened for a reason. I'm just saying to think of it as part of the circle of life. Death, and then birth, and then sometimes we have a rebirth, a reawakening. Just accept that it's not something that you could have done or something that your person could have done. It was a part of life. And I think that can help you find closure as well. Knowing that it's a cycle and that we do have expiration dates. And I think knowing that alone, it's like, oh my gosh, okay, that makes me feel like, nothing I could have done, nothing I could have said, nothing I could have changed, it just totally, takes things off your back, take the weight off your shoulders. And to take a leap of faith is saying you get out there, you live your life. Act like the full card. Take a leap of faith. This is the full card, 0. And we're talking about rebirth. So you starting from scratch, living your life how you should do so, how you see fit. You getting your life back, you having more control. That's what I feel is going to help you get over this loss. By you grabbing a hold of all the years you have left to live. And you making something with your life. Finding happiness, finding joy in between your loss, you feeling, depressed or sad or really, in your element. Find the silver lining. Whenever you can get that little, bubble of happiness, take advantage of that. Take a leap of faith. This is exactly what it's saying. Okay, thank you so much. I'm so very sorry for your loss, pal number 3. I wish you power, strength, a mended heart, healing, and more love, more clarity, and peace. I'm V. Bye-bye.